Yuji, Spotify has had a Tokyo office, as I understand it, for 18 months. So they were there first, and yet Apple, Google, and Line beat them to the punch. How much will not having first mover advantage matter here?
Hi, Emily. Yeah, actually, it might have been actually even longer than 18 months. They've been here for a while. They are definitely coming late to the party, more than a year late. Streaming was a kind of a new thing last year here. And now I think everyone has already tried it, either the free trial version from Apple or the free trial version from Line. People already know what it is, and a lot of people just didn't sign up for it. The thing that separates Spotify, and also is the reason why they were so late, is because Spotify has a free tier. If you listen to the ads, you can listen to their music. And this is something that Apple, Line, Google, they don't provide. So this is Spotify's kind of advantage here. And, you know, frankly, the people that I've talked to, the analysts, they think that it has a pretty good chance, actually, probably a better chance than Apple did. You know, when Apple came on, iPhones, first of all, are very, very popular in Japan. Unlike the rest of the world, iPhones here make up more than half of the sales. And so everyone had their free three months trial of Apple Music. But even then, I think the conversion rate was pretty low. Only about 5% of the people actually became paying users. So Apple, you know, made some inroads, but not really. This is where Spotify has a chance. They'll come in with their free tier. It's not a 3-month trial. It's free forever. And so, you know, the biggest competitor to Spotify here in Japan, as it is globally, is YouTube. If you like a song, you'd probably go on YouTube and listen to it for free if you don't mind the hassle of maybe listening to an ad. And so Spotify offers basically the same thing on your phone. If you don't mind the ads, you can listen to pretty much any song you want.
Right.
And so this is why, you know, people think, you know, it probably has a pretty good chance of competing against Apple and Line.
So tell us a little bit about Japan's music market. 80% of sales are still on physical formats like CDs?
Yeah, that's right. It's actually the opposite of the U.S. The U.S. is only 30% is still physical. In Japan, 84% is still physical last year. You know, the market, it's a very big market. It's the world's second biggest music market in the world after the U.S. It's not that Japan hasn't embraced digital. In fact, you know, Japan had a lead over the rest of the world when it came to cell phones about a decade ago, before smartphones came out. Back then, I could, on my old feature phone, I could actually download music directly onto the phone. They had a pretty strong ecosystem, and it was doing about $1 billion in sales in 2008, the year iPhone came out in Japan. Today, that number's down to 400 million. And the big reason is because iPhone didn't have very good features early on. For example, ringtones and stuff like that wasn't very strongly supported. You couldn't download songs directly to your iPhone early on. It wasn't possible. And so the popularity of iPhone really decimated the digital music industry here. And so, you know, the country still loves CDs, yes, but CD sales, they make up a large percentage of sales, but they've all been going down. In fact, in 2002 was the peak of the industry. In total, they made about $5 billion in sales. Today, it's down by about half. It's down to below $3 billion. So the industry's been decimated. They have to turn to a new model. They realize CD sales are not sustainable. And so this is why actually a lot of companies like Sony that have finally embraced streaming. And this is why I think Spotify took so long to negotiate those contracts and why they're finally here.